What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. And I was going through all the pictures on the Curiosity Rover just lately. I haven't made a video in a couple of days. I still have all these pictures everybody had sent me. But I noticed these black and white ones. And what's weird about these, sometimes they have these lines in them and sometimes they don't. And I was looking through the lines on this one. I was like, man, there's an awful lot of interesting things on the back side of it. Behind it. You notice like a lot of anomalies, a lot of things that look like little buildings here. Often there's pieces that are standing up that have some of them have perfect curves in them. Almost like this was something you'd walk up into and there'd be something here. Um, Also some strange shadows of things that look like they might be, who knows what this stuff is. So I was like, I need to get a better picture. I need to get a better look at this. Up here looks like a long set of buildings, and there's the next one that's right next to this one is the same way. It's got the same, there's that, it cuts it off right about there, and keeps going. So what I might do is, so there's a lot of good stuff over here too as well. And it's like, gosh, can't really see it that well. And I went to see, okay, let's see, well, maybe we can find this on the other mass cam and the other shot. So I got out here, and here's the two right there. And the only other things here are these that are kind of off in the distance. You really don't see anything. You don't see that mountain behind you. It's rare now that we get shots of that mountain. It's almost like everything that goes out and sees it. Here's the page here if you guys are not familiar with where we get these pictures from. Here we go. Let's look just one down. We're not getting that many shots of it. And when you see it, you can't even see it when it's in the other pictures. See all these just taking shots of the ground? But here's some black and white stuff here. So I'm going to show you it's not all these black and whites are the same way. See how they don't have any lines through them or anything like that? Just here and there you get some like that. It doesn't matter if it's the right or the left ones. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Like these just happen to have it. So here's where you get see and you notice them right away. It's like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So let me see if I can. I'm just to save the time. Let me hit pause. I'm going to go ahead and I'll see if I can link these two up and we'll look at it as one picture. All right, I'm back here. Okay, I got them both linked up. Wasn't too hard to do actually. So let me get this back. Workspace. Let me get back to my Essentials workspace. So if you notice, it's kind of, you get this bottom part a little chopped off. You don't get to see that one, but not too shabby. I think this is going to work. Now, of course, we still got this stuff in the background. So what I want to do now is here's the two layers. I'm just going to go ahead and merge all this down to one document. I should have already done this layer. Merge visible. All right. So now we've got two different layers. Let's go ahead and make a duplicate layer just to start off, and then I'll be working on that one so I can get back to it fairly easily. And what I want to start with, I'm going to go ahead and just add some more blur to it. I think this is what I was in my head. I was thinking about how I could do this. I think I've seen somebody do this in the past. And basically what I'm going to do is here's the lines right here. I've got it on the preview mode. I'm going to make it to just where you can't see the lines anymore. The data is still in the picture just because those little things are there. And it seems to be right about 3 maybe. You still see them a little bit there. You want to make it good enough so they're pretty much going to be gone. And it'll blur everything out. So there it is. Okay. So now the lines don't see as much of a problem, but we can still see everything that was, behind them there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and then we're just going to do a couple tweaks with the exposure to just bring out the gamma a little bit, not too much, just a little something there. There we go. And then we're going to use a Smart Sharpen tool, which is going to sharpen it up just a tad. So Smart Sharpen. And it shouldn't give us those lines back if I've done it semi-correctly here. Let's see what we've got. I like using see how I'm using the preview button right there to see if might be a little bit too much. It'll be good for making out the anomalies over on the other side. Okay, here we go. And as where you talk, you'll see the final sharpen and what it does to it. This is just an interesting picture even way. If you don't see the anomalies as I see them, like I always put in my videos, I see what I see, you see what you see. Even if you don't see with them, look at the picture that we were missing there. It's pretty interesting. For one, we can see up here in the background, like I said, a lot of these newer pictures don't seem to be sharing what's up here with us. And maybe likewise, there does seem to be those roads that everybody was talking about. To me, they look like them. Now let me see here. Let's just hit the auto tone button. See what happens. I love using the auto button sometimes in this Facebook, or not Facebook, in Photoshop, just to see what happens to them. And it seems like this is the area here that we've been looking at for a while, where the, look at this, where these come up, basically. It looks like this road splits off. One goes that way and one goes the other way. I think this is where we've been looking at, because we're looking across this piece here. But, you know, it seems like this has been changing so much. I've been dying to figure out exactly where we are. There's a good curiosityrover.com or something like that where you can see this stuff, and it shows you which way it's pointing. And another good one I've been finding is through the Midnight Planets app. It shows you which way they're actually moving, and because you get a 360 of it all. But okay, here's where we're gonna start looking at some of these anomalies down here that I thought were pretty cool. Just these pieces alone, and if you're looking here, there's a lot of faces and stuff in this one, which could very well just be matrixing, but we'll get there in a second. So let's check this out. This here looks like a little piece of wall I thought was just pretty cool. Just shapes. It kind of comes out. It comes pushes back. Look at this block on here matches over here. It doesn't necessarily look like a crack. It looks like it might have been there. Um, Up here, you've got some interesting. This is almost like a little clamshell or something. See how this is open? And tell me it doesn't look like something that like a clamshell or something that's been open. It could be just this dark piece right here, and then this actual stand behind it. That could be an optical illusion, but definitely looks like something that's been sitting up there. Let me see if there's a difference between that and the one on the bottom. Remember, that's what it looked like when we first got it. Now look at it. Not too bad, huh? Up here, interesting stuff. Just kind of, if you look at it this side here, it almost looks like a real thin thing. If you look, there's two eyeballs in a mouth and this really long, thin body, but that's just me, our eyes making it do that. But I'm sure you guys are starting to see some of these. I see faces all in here. I see them right here. Where's the other stuff? Little circle, little round things. There's a lot of ovals on this planet, especially in the rocks and the regolith, whatever you call it. Here we go. This thing up here is interesting. Just kind of taking off. But here's the couple things I want to talk about. These shadowy things. Now the shadows are laying down. If you look at these pictures, they're kind of laying down towards the. They're moving to the left of the screen here. So let's see. Here's something right here. This one's just sitting up in the air. This is kind of pretty cool to me too. But see how the shadows are going this way on it. I wonder if there's something else here that shows a good bit of the shadows. But even without them, here, let me step backward. That was the auto we had used. Let's see if the auto contrast does any better. I like that kind of better. Where are we at? So here's one right here. Here's one of these weird shadows right here, and they kind of don't match anything. They're pretty strange. And there's another one down over here, and this one here looks almost like it's got, like that's a black figure sitting out or standing out in it. You guys see this right here? Look at this. I don't know what to make of it. It's not a shadow of anything. I mean, if you're looking here at the shadows are so small today. This thing would have to be huge, whatever made it. But whatever it is, it's very dark, and it's different from everything around it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's part of the terrain here. It's not. And you see it almost looks like it's got a wing here on its back and it's got a head and it's turned around looking at the rover. Let's see if I can do something here. Image, adjust, brightness. Let's just hit the brightness and the contrast with it. I mean, you don't really get much of a change there, but that definitely doesn't seem like it has anything around. It should be making those shadows, and it's a lot darker than even the shadow parts where there's some, where there are shadows. And look over, let's see, where's the other one right here? There's another one right up here. Where'd it go? This right here. Same thing. It's a different color, a totally different color. Not as dark as the other one, but it's totally out of place. I mean, I don't know. I thought those were cool. So I know somebody's going to comment if I didn't say anything about that and say, dude, that looked like life. Check that out. Um, but all this stuff to me looks like something that's cool. Look at this right here. Okay. Looky right here. This is the little square spot, and it looks like it's got a piece there, but right behind it's got this little, I'd say, triangle. So I wonder if you guys can see this if you got HD. It's got, almost looks like it's got a little head on it, arms, and a little leg. Maybe it's written on it. Maybe if I pull back, maybe you can see a little bit better. That's pretty interesting. I love it. I love doing this stuff, especially when you get these pictures like this where it's like we weren't going to see anything behind here. I mean, that was the goal. I don't know what happens with these cameras, why they do that, why the black and white will bring it back like this, but it happens an awful lot. And this to me looks like something you'd see here on Earth, where you'd find these very ornate pieces. I mean, a lot of it. Look at Japan. We've got some really good museums here in America I've been to where they show even some really even things like Ripley's Believe It or Not down in Ocean City has some things from Japan and China and Asia in general where they've got these amazing looking statues and they're just carved into things. Pictures were just carved in the rocks. Um, so are we looking at stuff that was carved, years and years and years ago before something happened? And here you got a perfect circle looking thing coming out of it. But what's this dark stuff? I mean, the more and more I look at it, I don't know what to make of it. But this thing definitely looks like a bird or something staring right back at us. Um, so let's move right along over to here, see if we see anything else that I think warrants saying hi. I know you guys are seeing some stuff, so comment. And we know it helps if when you're commenting and you see something really cool, hit the time with it. So put the time like a lot of you guys do this already at 10 minutes 50 seconds, right above there, and let us know that way because that seems to work the best I've noticed. All right, here's my sharpen tool. This thing right here is kind of cool. This kind of looks like this looks like a little circle platform little thing to it, but here I couldn't figure out. See, almost like a beam or something that's running across there. This is just a smart sharpen tool to see if there's anything there I didn't see. It doesn't work too well in the black and white. So we wouldn't have seen any of this stuff. Just back said the sharpen tool definitely brings out stuff. See, check it out over here. I've been using that in the last couple of videos. I'm not really, but this was another piece over here I was interested in. This right here and this piece right here. Let me see if I can't. It looks like a heart shape to it, but up at the top here, whatever's in the middle of it, has almost like a some sort. Well, here, something growing out of it, like some sort of vegetation or something. Let's see if I can get it big on the screen here for you. See how it's a solid, like sort of like a boat or ship or something, but it's heart shaped. And then it's got something down here that's pretty tall because you can see it's got a little shadow there. It comes up and it's there. But these look like things just coming out of it. Like it's a solid piece here, but then you've got like little wiggly things. I hope you guys can see that. Um, I'm pretty sure when you're in HD 1080 you can see most of this stuff. This stuff comes through really good sometimes on these videos. When I'm watching these on playback, I see so much more than I missed when I was making the video. Sometimes I'm like, no, I should have made this again. But this piece here is just interesting. This whole rock here just kind of laying down. Um, it seems like there's facade. A lot of there's something on the side up here that just kind of looks pushed down. Let's see, anything up here worth taking a look at? What do you guys see here? This is kind of cool. This kind of looks like it might have been one piece at one time. The typical shapes and fun stuff on it. Like I said, this one just in general, the one main reason I did it was because I saw those things. I wanted to see if I could get past it and see something visible at all. And you still get a lot of blur from it, but for something like that, and you pull back, that's definitely I can see that coming out of there. I hope you guys, what in the world is that? What would be coming out of the center of a rock or something like that? Is that even a rock? Maybe this is what vegetation looks like now. I've got a guy who emails me all the time, and I'm going to do a video on this Chels, and he says, this vegetation stuff, you're looking for stuff that looks like it might be here on Earth, and he sent me some pictures of stuff that he thought was vegetation on it. I was like, man, thinking about it, you know what? You're probably right. He's probably taking on it, the difference of it. It was the stuff that he had would look like some maybe here on I would think maybe in a desert or high desert or something like that, but um, it would look totally different, from what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to, every time I do this, I'm trying to keep my mind out of the box and not keep falling back into that box of what do we just see on Earth? What's this stuff look like compared to Earth? But I know I'm missing some stuff here. Like there's a little box right here. It looks like it has an arm or something coming out of it. It's connected to another piece right there. Just weird stuff all over this planet, everywhere we look. Let's check these little buildings out here. Anything out here worth looking at? Um, Anytime we get a view of the Mount Sharp, and I'm going to use that with quotations because it just hasn't looked like a huge mountain to me at any time. at any time in this whole thing. Let's do just some auto contrast. Oh, that went the other way. I expected to. No, so let's step backwards. I'm going to try and jack this down. Let's do the gamma, see if it helps. It's like got way too much brightness in it. This stuff down here is really ornate, and when you use it, like, however they're doing it to make this get really light in these pictures like this, because it's not how this can't be how it's getting taking it done on the Rover. They've got to be manipulating those pictures somehow, or at least the lighting, because none of the pictures show perfect Mount Sharp shots. That's pretty cool when you did that. You get a nice little bit, you get a little view here now of some of the things up here. You look at some of this up here. Tell me this doesn't look like there's a some sort of symbol in that. It almost looks like a D, or let me pull that up pretty big. See that? Somebody, I get people from all over the world watch these videos. If they made it this far into the video, which some of them might not, it was probably pretty late night, 16 minutes in. Some of you probably snoozed off at 10. Um, Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, that's this shape," and they tell me I'll get an email next week. So I think I'm gonna start doing a little show or something with some of the comments and stuff that people do and the things they say, and some of the funny ones, some of the troll comments, and just some of the good stuff that I get on here, because I get a lot of good comments and a lot of good questions or emails. People have these great ideas, and it's like, I can't even forward them that great. So I think I'm gonna start just using the comment they use or the email they used, and putting a little something together for you guys for some other videos. Trying to think of other ways we can have fun on here, just me and you. Um, that sounds weird. Just me and you. All right. Always interesting stuff at the bottom of the base of whatever this is. What are you guys thinking when you see this stuff? Back it out a little bit. I'm actually quiet. Wow. That's a first. I don't have anything to say. This almost looks like a shelf or something here. It's pretty cool. It comes up and it's like the first tier to it. Check this out up here, just some more interesting stuff. Notice how this has like a little run up there. This is just kind of random too. Compared to the surroundings, it's much darker. Maybe not as much. This is kind of dark over here too. Hmm. Let's pull it all the way back to this thing. Anything interesting? On all this came from, let's do this again. All that came from that. It's amazing what's in the picture, even when you do that. With just with a little tweaking. We didn't do much of anything. I mean, you saw what we did if you stayed in this video. Man, that's pretty cool. Pretty amazing what could be behind that. Especially when I look up here on the mountain and stuff like that. When you see the shapes and stuff, it's to me, I just don't understand why it's being hidden unless there's a problem with it. And my buddy Chris at Mars Anomalies has a bunch of good videos about the inconsistencies and problems with Mount Sharp. So I'll leave that for him and those guys over there. They do a great job talking that. Um, Good stuff. So, and this is pretty cool. See here, it looks like this is actually a little, goes up in the air, and see it's got a little shadow under it. So it almost looks, that's got to be pretty big actually. It's pretty far off in the distance, whatever that is. Same thing almost right here too. Almost comes off like this could have been part of a dock at one time or something. Maybe that's what this was, where they docked up boats. That would make sense. Look at the drag mark right here. That could have made a, that definitely could be some of this where they made, this definitely could work for that. And see this here too, this is just interesting to me, and it looks like these are pretty big animals or something. This looks like a big, if you like a whale looking that way, and a turtle looking that way with a little, here with his little back there with a shell. That's just me and my matrix thing. But you know what we didn't look at right here, which this has got a lot of symmetry in it too. Here, let's do it. Let's bring it down. Let's do it right here. just right there. Image adjustments, exposure. That's too much for the too much gamma. Too much gamma, guys. Too much gamma. Bring down the exposure. I'm looking, just trying to look behind it. See how this looks like it's cut, or it looks like it was cut somewhere at one time, and in it is a sphere. See, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm hoping you guys can see it. There's one there. They seem to be all over this piece. There's another one right there, and they look pretty. Now, of course, this has also been off. It's off in the distance a little bit, so maybe it looks a little bit more round than it is from here, which has happened with some of these pictures. But there's the S right there, but this time it's backwards. It's flipped around, but we see the S's everywhere. Bam. That one's just, so if I was dyslexic, that would be my S for the day. Let's see. This stuff here that seems to be chiseled out into it. But that piece right here definitely looks like it was something that something did, because you can see the shadow of it. It's pretty squared off. Here you've got one little sphere and it looks like another one right there. Interesting. Here's, let's take a look at this one too, because this is part of the one picture and part of the other. While we're here, we'll hit the exposure and I'll drop it back and I'll let you guys go and say, look, we can see through that stuff. So I mean, there's ways to do this to where we can, you know, when there's pictures like that to present themselves. But this just interested me, especially in the other picture where you didn't see the whole thing, where it was just that. I was like, you know, what in the world is this? But this kind of looks like stairway up to whatever this is. Maybe that was the stand where they sold the sodas and stuff like that for all the people that were playing and rocking and rolling out here back in the day. Who knows? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. So, all right, guys. Much love to you. You know what I'll do? I think I'll save this. If you check it below, it'll be on my website. You just click it, download the mosaic if you want. And other than that, guys, much love to you. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's Labor Day weekend here in the United States. That means I got a 4-day weekend or a 3-day weekend, something along those lines. So I'm gonna enjoy it up. I'm gonna show you guys once again what we started with here, and you're not hiding anything from us. I think the majority of people who watch my videos or actually take this serious are going to see the insane amount of anomalies in this, and the perfect symmetry, and how some of this is you know, comes out on curves, just in typical Mars fashion. I hope you guys are going to notice this stuff. So, because I've been staring at this one for a little while, I had to get it off. I saw this the other day, and I was like, this is just. I waited a couple of days to see if the actual cleared up ones came down. But when I saw stuff like this over here that, let me see, that comes down like this, it goes up, it connects here, then also comes back down into a whole like square right there. I mean, that's engineering. You know, that goes further than just intelligent design. That's engineering of something. I mean, what was moving through here, or what needed to be done or braced so this would be connecting to there. That's not, rocks don't grow in long tubes. So if you think rocks grow in very long tubes and connect to other pieces and then come back around, this is not the channel for you. Okay, so much love to you guys. What's up in the sky 37? I hope you guys are having a wonderful one. Check out the website, all sorts of stuff going on. 25 minutes. Peace.